You got a check mark? Okay, who else got a check mark? Katie? No? And Brianna? No? Okay.
I got a check mark too.
Who's? Oh,
Yeah.
Brianna did too? Okay. All right. All right. So Emma, you are one away from a free test pass.
Yes.
Get me ready in here. All right. All right, Emma, you're one away from a free test pass. So, all right, let's see if we can get Andre's attention.
I'm back.
You ready, Andre?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So this is for who has less than 94 with them?
Me.
Okay. All right, so let's check those. If you don't have it, just hold on for a minute. All right, here we go. For number one, down a little bit. You can see the board a little better. All right. Number one, 7 hours and 10 minutes. Number two, 167 centimeters. Number three is 15. 4, 560 with 0.73, 560.73. Number 5 is 66 and 2/3%. Number 6, 150%. Number 7, 37.5%. Number 8, 1/10. Number 9, 25. Number 10, $3.60. Number 11, 36. Number 12, 1 7/20. Number 13, 5 5/8. Number 14, 11. Number 15, 10. Any questions?
What is number 4?
4 was 560.73.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Number 16 is 27.55. Number 17 is 2.25. Number 18 is 8. 19 is 19. 20 is 3.46. 21 is 3 answers, 4%. 23 is 6. 24 is 36 square centimeters. 25 is 18 millimeters. 26 is 18. And 27 is 1/2, 1/2. 28 is 1.08. I see Juliana's there now. All right, let me accept her in. Hold on.
I can see her.
You can see her? Good.
I can see her. Here am I. I'm kidding.
All right, so
Mr.
Juliana, are
Jones,
you on here?
I
don't see her. Is she there?
I don't.
You guys see Juliana?
No.
Where'd she go?
I'm right
here.
You're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, Andre, hey, don't play around, please. It's hard enough with the number of people. I didn't have this much problems with the 5th graders. All right, so Juliana is not there right now. She was there a second ago. It said that she was joining. Somebody said they saw her, didn't they? It said she was trying to get a hold of us. Oh, all right, so we'll see if she tries to call back again. I'll text her and tell her to try again. Oh, here we go. All right. What is that? No.
What the?
What's going on?
Who's
Oh,
taking the
Jenna's-
snapshots? Stop taking the snapshots. You guys are more trouble than the fifth graders. All right.
I don't even know what a snapshot is.
All right. So let's see. All right. Okay. So I'll tell her that it worked last time. I don't know why she didn't come in. Juliana? Hey, I saw you come up, but then did you hang up or what? You did something because I saw you come in and I accepted you into the phone call. So try it again. Anyway, what number are we on?
25.
28, actually. 28. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
28.
Thanks. Bye. Okay, 28 is 1.08 square meters. 29 is 2,500 milliliters, 2,500 milliliters, and then 30 is 1/2.
Mr. Jones,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
is number 22?
22 was 1.6.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Johnson,
Katie, you have a question?
30, I put 50% instead of 1/2.
For which one?
Number 30.
Yeah, on probabilities, it's always in a fraction form.
Okay.
That would be a chance if you're doing it in percent, so just do half off of that. But probabilities are always in fractions.
Mr. Jones, like on my
Most of
whiteboard-
what they're going to ask you on those type of problems, Katie, are going to be for fractions, not for the other kind. All right. So everybody ready now? Let's see if we can get Juliana back on here again.
Mr. Jones,
She's going to try to sign on again. Yes.
do I have to get my whiteboard?
You will need it. Yeah, go ahead and get it real quick while we're waiting for her. If you guys don't have your whiteboards, have your whiteboards there. All right, still waiting for her to come up. Still a few people that haven't figured out how to sign on to this. Did you guys get my message earlier about the videos not being loaded up? They got loaded to a wrong account.
Yes.
They're getting loaded up now, so 2 or 3 of them are already in there. So you can watch those later. All right, so let's look at lesson number 95 now. Writing decimals as percent. And
Mr. Jones,
this, yeah,
Mr. Jones, are you
yes.
gonna get
Oh, get the grades. Yeah, I should get that. Good night. I guess so. Okay. All right, so Emma, what'd you have?
I got a 25.
Okay, and then Katie?
19.
Okay. And then Brianna?
I got a 28.
28?
It
Okay.
was a half.
You had half lesson? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Really,
the-
Mr. Jones, my grade was actually a 20. 19, I miscounted.
you said 19 before.
Yeah, but I miscounted.
Oh, so what is it?
20.
Katie, what is it?
20.
20? Okay, gotcha. All right, so find out. So here's the next lesson then. On lesson 95, writing decimals as percents. And so to write a decimal as a percent is a very, very, very simple process. All right, so if we put a decimal up here, I don't know how well you can see the screen or not, but just try your best to pay attention. If you have a decimal like this, 0.12, to make it a percent, all you do is take your decimal number and move it 2 places to the right, and then that's your percent. So in other words, so if you had 0.125, it would end up being, you move it 2 places to the right, and it would be 12.5%. That's it. That's all you have to do. So, any questions about that? No? All right. Well, let's look at example 2. Well, that was the one I just gave you, actually. So, example 2. All right. Well, then, you ready to try a whiteboard for it?
Yeah.
You get it? So, this is what you need to do, and this is what I learned earlier from the 5th grade class. Put your name, and then right below your name, put the answer so that I can see that you have the correct name on there. All right. Okay, so cover your faces, cover your camera at least, so I can't see so you can't see what's going on. All right. Convert that decimal to a percent. Go.
I don't see anything.
Can't see it up on the board?
I don't see it. Same here. I don't see anything either.
I don't see it.
Maybe
I will.
some people can. That's incorrect, though.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Here, how about this? Is that better?
But I only see the 5.
I can't see anything at all.
1.25. 1.25.
Mr.
I
Johnson,
moved it over twice.
Let me see what you have. Hold it up closely. Closely, Andre.
Wait,
Oh, you're right. You did have it, Andre. I thought you had a decimal in there. That's why I was saying that's correct. Katie? Eric, that is, I can't see yours. Why can't I see yours? Look at my glasses.
Oh, it is, I think. Yeah, it is correct.
That's not
Mine?
correct, Emma. How'd you get 250?
Wait.
I can't see yours. Brianna, I can't see yours. What'd you write? What color are you using? Invisible? What does it say, Brianna? Yours is really blurry.
25.
Just 25?
Yeah.
No, not just 25. Because there's a 1
Mr. Johnson.
there. So you move it over 2 places. And then that becomes 125%. Can't leave the 1 out. Can't just make it disappear. So you got to make sure all the numbers stay there. All you do is move that decimal over 2 places to the right. All the numbers stay there, and then you put a percent after the answer. Yes.
Mr. Johnson, did I get it?
What?
Did I get
Eric,
it?
what'd you say?
Did I get it or not?
What did you have? 125%?
No, 12.5%.
No, you got to move it over 2 places. You only moved it over 1 place.
Wait,
So it was 1.25 originally. You got to move it over 2 places to the right. So Brianna, for you, does that make sense? Now, Emma, how'd you get 250? Just out of curiosity, did you not see the 1?
No, I don't see. I only see the 5. In the thing, the 5.
It might be the reflection off of the board, and I don't. You said you have an iPad.
Yeah, iPad.
So is it difficult to see it on the iPad because of me?
No, but you're sometimes breaking up. Sometimes you're breaking up. And I can hardly.
Well, I hear somebody in the background. I can hear my voice repeating on their device, So that might be one of the reasons why somebody may have it up really loudly. So you turn it down a little bit. Some of it might be a reflection of the light on the board, because I can't tell. From my view, it looks like it's okay, but on your view, I don't know how it looks. It might look a little different. So, and Brianna, your camera is pretty old. It's not very good. I can't see your everything's blurry a little bit. It's not clear. Everybody else just seems to be good. Andre's good. Eric's good. Katie's good. Emma's generally good, but it's hard to. You're kind of a little bit blurry as well. So it could be that, and that's fine. All right. So lesson 95 is not due until the day after tomorrow because you have a test tomorrow. It's in that packet that you guys picked up, and it has the test in there, and that's supposed to be taken tomorrow under parental supervision. And so make sure you do that tomorrow. And then lesson 95 will be due on Wednesday. All right, so let's move on to language. Checking to see what our last language assignment was.
Ready?
Wasn't it 149, 150?
Could have been, because I think we remember talking about nouns and direct or as direct objects. Lots of weird pictures in here. All right. Yeah, that would be right. 149, 150. Okay. So, you may not do it.
I didn't do it.
I have a sheepish look on some of your faces. This time, because we'll call it the coronavirus problem that you guys had, and not remembering things. I'm sure it affected you. We'll go ahead and just let you write the answers in right now. Okay. They're not. It wasn't being used for a grade, so right now I don't have a problem with it. But let's go ahead and look at it. Number one, you're supposed to do the subject, the verb, and then the direct object. And so number one, I is the subject, have found is the verb, and coins should be circled. So I underlined once, have found underlined twice. Okay. Number two, Joni underlined once, read underlined twice, book, magazines should both be circled. Number three, cow underlined once, had overturned underlined twice, bucket should be circled. Anybody circle milk?
Me.
Yeah, you got to remember it's in a prepositional phrase. So prepositional phrases won't be your direct object. All right, number four, I underlined once, will play underlined twice, heart should be circled. Number five, general underlined once, addressed underlined twice, soldiers circled. Number six, we underlined once, opened underlined twice, box circled. Number seven, I underlined once, bought underlined twice, backpack circled. Number eight, we underlined once, saw underlined twice, deer, bear both circled. Number nine, Emma underlined once, has one underlined twice, prize circled. Do you like to paint, Emma?
Sort of.
Sort of, okay. Think you can win a prize?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Number 10, Mr. Bailey underlined once, drove underlined twice, tractor circled. Number 11, blood underlined once, can save twice, people circled. Number 12, dad underlined once, watches underlined twice, news circled. Number 13, Kara underlined once, does twice, homework circled. All right, now the other page. 50. Now, what you're supposed to do in this is you're supposed to identify whether the verb is an action verb or a linking verb. Now, what is the requirement for having a direct object in a sentence? You have to have what kind of verb to do that? Who remembers? Raise your hand. Andre, do you remember, or are you just scratching your head to think? Anybody remember? Okay, it has to be an action verb because the direct object receives the action of the verb. And so, yes, ma'am. Brianna, yes.
A linking verb.
Okay, get a little bit closer to. You have to get a little bit closer. I can't hear you very well.
A linking verb.
No, it's an action verb. An action verb is what you need in order to be able to have a direct object. So if you don't have an action verb, you can't have a direct object. Okay, you can have, if you have a linking verb, you can have a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective, but we're not doing that right now. We're just doing the direct objects with an action verb. So it has to show action because the direct object, it's like the thing that is receiving the action. So I hit the ball. So I is the subject, hit is the action verb, ball is receiving the action of being hit. And so that would be your direct object then. Okay, does that make sense? Any questions about that? Brianna, I can only see the top of your head. Or is that all you want me to see? Okay, get it? All right. Well, you can see me fine, but there we go. Okay, that's fine. All right, so here we go. So on number 1, what do you think the subjects are, Andre?
Painted and repaired.
No, subject.
Subject. Ethan and Jacob.
Correct. Ethan, Jacob are your subjects. All right. What about verbs, Katie?
Painted and repaired.
Okay, painted and repaired are both the action verbs. Okay, obviously you can paint, that's an action, and repairing is an action. And then what about direct objects then? Eric, give me the first direct object. There are 2 in there.
Fence.
What'd you say?
Fence.
Fence, that's correct. Okay, so fence is the first. Painted what? Painted fence. Okay, and then Brianna, the other direct object. Yeah, gate. Gate would be. That's correct. Gate would be the direct object for repairing. For repaired what? Repaired the gate. So if you want to find out whether there is a direct object in a sentence, what you would do would be you would say the subject and then the verb together and then ask who or what it did the action to. So Ethan and Jacob painted what? Painted the fence, okay? Or Ethan, Jacob repaired what? Repaired the gate. And so that would give you then your direct objects and everything. All right. Number 2. So Paul is your subject. Became is your verb, and it's a linking verb. So you put LV over top. So with a linking verb, what's the one thing we have talked about that we already studied that can be after a linking verb? What is a linking verb linked the subject to possibly? What was the one thing? It renames the subject. Remember that? What renames the subject? Well, look in your top in your instructions. It tells you the things to put. For number 3, it says circle the complements and label them PN for predicate nominative or DO for direct object. So what would it be? Predicate nominative, right. So predicate nominative, for what word is a predicate nominative? Paul would be equal to what word?
Christian.
Christian, yeah. Christian would rename Paul, or it would link be linked to Paul. And so Christian would be circled and it would have a PN over top of it, predicate nominative. All right. Does that make sense? Any questions on this? No? Okay. All right. So number 3, name is your subject. Is the verb. Tyler is your what? So what would Tyler be there? Okay, what kind of verb is?
Linking.
B.
Yeah, linking verb. So what does Tyler have to be?
Predicate nominative.
Yeah, predicate nominative, and then it what is it equal to? What's the subject that it's equal to?
I.
No, there's no I in there. Oh, that's afterward. We're not to that part yet.
My.
So my is the subject. My is Tyler.
Oh.
Is that right?
No.
It's name.
Name, yeah. No, my there would be an adjective describing name. Whose name? My name. Okay. And so my name is the subject, is a linking verb, and Tyler is the predicate nominative. Okay. Then on the second part, what's the subject on the second part, Andre?
On the second part, I.
Okay, and what about the verb, Emma?
Live.
Okay, and then what about the, hold on a second. What about the, is there a predicate, is there it's an action verb, right? Live is an action verb, it's not a linking verb. And so is there a direct object there then, Katie?
Street.
So you think I live, so street is receiving the action, or Oak Street is receiving the action?
Oh.
You're Jones.
Well,
How long are we gonna have this class time?
well, it's from 1 to 2:30. Why?
Oh.
Will you need to leave early?
No. Just want
okay.
to know.
Okay. It probably won't take that long because once we're done with this, we're going to be going to reading and doing that part because we're reading the Pied Piper of Hamlin today. So together for reading. All right. Anyway, so on the second part there, it says I is the subject, live is the verb. It's an action verb. But every time there's an action verb doesn't necessarily mean there's a direct object. And there is nothing receiving the direct object, nothing receiving the action of living, all right? And so that is not, there is no direct object there. So one of the things I want you to do, since it doesn't look like, how many of you did finish this page?
Me, I do.
Emma, okay, and Brianna, and who else? Oh, and Eric, okay. And Andre did, not Katie though, huh? Katie, did you not do it?
No.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's finish it tomorrow on that particular thing, okay? Tomorrow should be shorter because we have a math test, so we won't need to go over that together. We'll go over it together on Wednesday, I guess. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead over to the next page on page 151. Now, I sort of covered this before you left, if you remember correctly, that we were talking about how to diagram a direct object or a predicate nominative. Yeah, you know how to diagram that we have where we separate the subject on this side. Can you guys see that or no?
No, I only see a part of the line.
You only see a what?
Anything.
Part of the line.
Line, you don't see a vertical line?
Nope.
No?
I see a vertical line and a horizontal line.
Yeah, some of you can see both. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. All right, so how about there?
I still can't see it barely.
I can see it.
Still can't see it?
I can't.
Let me try. How about now?
No,
I
I still
still-
can't see it.
Oh my god,
It's
see, I
still
can
the
see it.
same.
Show me the
Now?
I can only have a horizontal line.
You just have to move it a little bit, like
Move what a little bit?
the camera. I can't
Oh, I'm.
go like this way, like
Who? Me?
no,
Oh.
the camera. Yeah,
Yeah. What? Wait, no, other way.
you made it worse.
Now easier.
No more.
What is? Wait a minute. Stop for a second. So what is it, Emma? That is? Are you saying is happening? There's a reflection?
No, I
The camera is not playing correct. It's like
I
It's
can't
not what?
it's not
I
playing.
can see in my picture that I have of myself. I can see it. Fine.
I can see too.
Who can see it? You can see it, Andre? Let me try one more thing. Hold on.
Andre, I need sleep, please. Mr. Jones.
I can't.
Hold on. How about now? Is it any better?
No, I only see someone. No,
Is that
I
any
don't.
better?
I can see the horizontal one. You have to move the phone so I can see the vertical one.
You can't see the horizontal though?
I can see the horizontal, but I can't see the
I'll be
vertical.
back.
Can't see the vertical. Okay, how about let's try something different. Try a different color. How about now?
I still
No,
can't
Mr.
see.
Jones, have to move the phone over so we can see it.
I'm sorry, what?
Have to
Hey,
move
stop
the
talking, stop talking. Oh, go ahead.
I think you would need to go a little bit more to our right, which would be right behind you. Not the fact that they could see the end of the line.
Oh, so I'm blocking is what you're saying.
Yes. There you go. Now, if you could go turn it a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yes, you
Turn
can see now. There you go.
Thanks. Now that I can
So
see
is
it.
that
Now,
better?
yep.
Yeah.
And I'll make it black now, just to make it easier.
Andre,
Does that work?
Yes. Now
Who did I lose? I lost Andre.
yeah, he left. He just left. It said he left.
Yeah, he probably accidentally hung it up. All right, I'm sure he'll try to get back. All
Mr.
right,
Jones,
so
now I see the horizontal line.
you can or cannot?
I can't see the vertical. I only see now the horizontal again.
I don't know what else to do, Em. I'm trying my best. See if it lower it helps.
I still just move it a little bit and then just move it a little bit and then I'll see it. Move it a little bit.
Mr. Jones, move the phone over to your left.
It's not a phone. It's my computer.
Well, whatever it is.
Which direction? That way?
Oh yeah, that's better. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. Now you
Which
move
direction?
on right.
No,
That.
you keep
That
moving
way?
it back.
That way, but toward the diagram, like. There you go. Yeah, keep going. A little bit more.
Is that better?
Just a little bit more. Moved it wrong again. I only see the horizontal now.
I don't know
Mr.
what
Jones
to
is
tell
the
you.
other way.
When I put words in, does it? Can you see the words?
No, I only now see the horizontal. I can't see the vertical.
Okay. Well, let's just try it. I'm gonna pretend you can see the. How about now?
No, I still can't see it.
I mean, I can see it in my picture of me. I can see it. So
Because
I don't know. Maybe if you wanted to go back and look at the video, but you guys know what a diagram looks like, right? There's Eric, and now Emma's upside down. Okay.
Wait. Oh no, I flipped
There's
it
Andre.
over.
Where'd you go,
I
Andre?
I
You
flipped
can see it
over.
now?
Yeah, I flipped it over. I flipped mine over.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that'll help. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, I
So
did.
anyway, so in diagram, if you look at that, the diagram predicate nominatives and direct objects on page 151, go ahead and look there. All right, on page 151. And we're going to read it together here. It says predicate nominatives and direct objects are diagrammed on the same line as the subject and verb. The line on the diagram that separates the predicate nominative from the linking verb is slanted back toward the subject. The line on the diagram that separates the direct object from the action verb is a vertical line. Okay, so what they're saying is this. If I did on my left side, it says the quarterback is my good friend. Friend is the predicate nominative that renames the quarterback. Quarterback and friend are the same person. And so quarterback would be here. All right, that would be the subject. And then on the right side is the verb, which is the linking verb. Then because it's a predicate nominative, you have a line that's at an angle going back like that. And you can see that in the picture there in your page 2. And then friend is the predicate nominative because it renames quarterback. These two have to be talking about the same person in order for it to be the predicate nominative. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. All right. So then for the direct object, though, it's a little bit different. On the direct object, this is about an action by the quarterback. In this case, the quarterback threw the pass. So your verb is through. This is your action. And it's a direct object. In other words, through what? What did he throw? He threw a pass. The pass then goes here, and it's a vertical line. Doesn't go through the line, it just goes above it. All right, so does it make sense? All right, any questions about that? No? All right, so on the bottom where it says a compound predicate nominative, it works the same way as the other things that are compound. If you have two things, let's see, quarterback threw a pass. What else could he throw? Oh, here. He threw a pass and a tantrum. You guys know what a tantrum is, right? When a little baby goes, you know, that type of thing. That's a tantrum. And so he threw both things, okay? He threw a pass and he threw a tantrum. And so that would be the way you split it, just like when you split any compound verb or subject like you've done before. All right, so page 151 on the bottom there, and 152 is your assignment. And if you are like Katie and you didn't finish all of 150 itself, then please finish that. And then we will go to nouns as direct objects tomorrow. All right, any questions on that? All right, we're all good? All right, now get out your reading. All right, so the Pied Piper of Hamelin is I think you'll enjoy this story, and it's somewhat of a, I don't know how to describe it. Robert Browning was the writer of it, the original, the author of it, and but I think you'll find a very interesting story altogether. So page number 379 is where it is. All right. So I may ask you to read after I read a little bit. So remember, when we're doing poetry, don't make it so that just because there's a word that rhymes at the end of the other words that are at the end that you stop every line, because you shouldn't do that unless there's something to indicate that you're supposed to stop. So I think we're waiting for Emma still. Is that correct or no? You good? Ready to go? Okay. All right. So here it goes. All right. The Pied Piper of Hamelin by Robert Browning, illustrated by Eden Anderson. Hamelin towns in Brunswick, by famous Hanover City, the river Weser, deep and wide, washes its wall on the southern side. A pleasanter spot you never spied, but when begins my ditty, Almost 500 years ago, to see the townfolk suffer so from vermin was a pity. All right, so you see how I didn't stop at that word "so" there on that second to the last line, because there's nothing to cause me to pause. All right, so the second one, rats. They fought the dogs and killed the cats, and bit the babies in the cradles, and ate the cheeses out of the vats, and licked the soup from the cook's own ladles, split open the kegs of salted sprats, made nests inside of men's Sunday hats, and even spoiled the women's chats by drowning their speaking with shrieking and squeaking in 50 different sharps and flats. So what is it describing there?
Rats.
No, in particular, what's happening? What are they doing? Give me some specifics from that second stanza.
Destroying stuff.
They cost.
Wait a minute. Let Eric first. Go ahead.
Destroying stuff.
Destroying like what?
Like men's Sunday hats and the women's shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So the men's hats, they made nests in them, which would not be a very fun thing to go through. And how about Andre? What else? Besides destroying things, what else did they do, Andre? Hello, Andre. I don't think Andre's sound is on right now, what he's doing. He's trying to answer me. Okay. All right. So, is Andre there still or no? What's he doing?
I don't know.
All right. Hey, Katie, go ahead and read. What else? What did the rats do besides destroy things?
They caused people to be scared.
They did that. Okay. Where it says the women, it says by drowning their speaking with shrieking and squeaking in 50 different sharps and flats. And so that was basically when the women saw them, they would scream in all different decibels and levels. And so what else did they do? What about with food? What did they do, Brianna?
They ate it. They ate it all.
Okay, they ate the what?
They ate it.
Ate what, though?
The cheese.
What did they eat?
The cheese and the soup.
Yeah, the cheese and the soup. So, and then also it says they split open kegs. You guys know what a keg is?
No.
A keg is sort of like this. It's a barrel. It looks just like a barrel, but it holds liquid inside of it. And so they call it a keg because it's solid. It holds liquid inside of it, and it's basically it's like a barrel except it's completely closed in. A lot of barrels you find are just wooden slats that are hooked together into a barrel format. So, all right, and then so let's go ahead on to the next page and see if we can have one of you read there on part 3. How about you, Emma?
At last the people in a body to the town hall came flocking. "'Tis clear," cried they, "our mayor's a naughty. And as for our corporation, shocking to think we buy gowns lined with ermine for dolls that can't or won't determine what's best to rid us of our vermin. You hope because you're old and obese to find in the furry civic robe ease. Rouse up, sirs, give your brains a racking to find the remedy we're lacking, or sure as fate we'll send you packing. At this, the mayor and corporation quake with a mighty consternation.
Okay, so basically, what's happening here then, Katie? What do you think?
They're like rebuking people.
Yeah, who in particular? Who's rebuking who?
The town hall is rebuking the mayor.
Okay, so and actually it wasn't the town hall. Look above that. It says at last the people
Oh, the
in a
people.
body to the town hall came. So who works in town hall? Eric, who
Mayor.
works in town hall?
The mayors and the
Yeah.
corporation.
Yeah, the mayor
Wait,
and
no,
the
the
corporation.
mayor.
In other words, the people who are in the government there with him. Okay, so there you have, and he says basically, get rid of the rats, or we're going to get rid of you. Is kind of what he's saying there. Okay, Eric, why don't you go ahead and read the next part?
An hour where they sat in the council, at length the mayor broke silence. For the Gilder,
Gilder.
I'd
Gilder is
Gil-
what it is.
I'd my ermine
Ermine.
self.
Ermine. Yeah, it's ermine. Actually, is how you say that.
I wish I were a mile hence. It's easy to bind one rack one's brain. I'm sure my poor head aches again. I'd scratched it so, and all in vain. Oh, for a trap, just as he said this what should happen. And the chamber door, but a gentle tap.
Not in, at the chamber door.
Bless us, cried the mayor. What's that? With the corporation, as he sat, looking little through the wondrous fat, nor bright his eye nor moisture, that too long opened oyster.
Okay.
Save when a moon has plunged
grew mutinous.
How's that word again at the end of the sentence? No, not the sentence.
Mutinous.
Grew mutinous, for the play of turtle green and glutinous. Only a scraping of toe on the mat, shoes on the mat. Anything like the sound of a rat makes my heart go pit and pat.
Okay, so basically, here you're talking about this mayor. How do they really kind of describe this mayor here? What's one of the main descriptions they say about him? Does anybody know what a paunch is?
Oh, I do.
No.
What's a paunch?
Stomach.
He's fat. His stomach.
Yeah,
Stomach.
fat around the belly. Okay, and so he had a paunch. He was kind of fat, and it says that while he was trying to, it says it bids. It's easy to bid the fifth line down in the beginning there. It says it's easy to bid one rack one's brain. I'm sure my poor head aches again. I've scratched it so and all in vain. Oh, for a trap, a trap, a trap. He wanted to trap the rats. Just as he said this, what should happen at the chamber door but a gentle tap? So basically somebody knocks at the door. And it says, looking little, though wondrous fat, nor brighter it was his eye, nor moister than the too long to open oyster, save when at noon his paunch grew mutinous. In other words, his stomach started bothering because he's eaten so much. It says, only a scraping of shoes on the mat, anything like the sound of a rat makes a heart go pit-a-pat. So he was thinking that these rats were knocking at the door is what he's thinking here. All right, so part 5 here. How about, who hasn't read yet? Katie, right?
Well,
Go ahead and read part 5.
come in, the mayor cried, looking bigger, and in did come its strangest figure. His queer long coat from heel to head was half of yellow and half of red. And he himself was tall and thin, with sharp blue eyes, each like a pin, and light loose hair, yet swarthy skin, no tuft on cheek nor beard on chin, but lips where smiles went out and in. There was no guessing his kith and kin, and nobody could enough admire the tall man and his quaint attire. Quoth one, "It's a great my great grandsire, starting up at the trump of doomstone, he walked his way from his painted tombstone."
Okay, so here you have the mayor telling him to come in, and then he says they looked at this guy and he looked a little bit strange. Okay, And so as far as way he was looking, looks like Andre's trying to come back in. I thought he was. Let's see. Let me try it again. See if he comes back in. All right. So in any case, he sees this guy and he's dressed half in yellow, half in red. He was tall and thin. He had sharp blue eyes, and it says that his eyes were like a pin. So he was very different looking, probably than everybody else that was there. And he says, "Quoth one, it's as my great grandsire." In other words, his great grandson is what he's talking about. A very young person, in other words. And so he says, starting up at the trump of doom's tone, had walked this way from his painted tombstone. It looks as if looks like, in fact, actually saying great grandsire is actually probably his great grandfather, not his great grandson. And he's saying it looked like he walked, because the guy's so thin, he looks like he just came back from the dead. Sisters?
Yeah, they came in. They were outside, and then my little sister comes. Oh, we can't go outside. We need to come inside because it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining here, and we have hail as well. So
It's raining.
all right,
here
so
too.
here we go. Brianna, go ahead. Part 4 there. So, Brianna? Can anybody hear her at all?
No.
Okay, Brianna, we can't hear you. Nor can I see you really that much.
Good.
Hello, Brianna. Wave if you can hear me. Brianna? I'm not sure what's going on there.
I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us? I don't know what's going on. All right, well, I'll continue in here. So follow along. I'm on part 4. An hour they sat in council. At length, the mayor broke silence. Actually, we just read that one, didn't we?
I
On
can
part
hear
5.
you, but then you disappear somewhere. Like,
Say that again.
no, like right now I can like hear you a little bit.
Try getting closer to your device, whatever you're using. You look like you're sitting pretty far away. It's also delayed, it looks like. Well, that's okay for right now. I'll just go ahead and read. So, "Come in," the mayor cried, looking bigger. And in did come the strangest figure. His queer long
I
coat
just
from
read
head
that,
to...
Mr. Jones.
Oh, you did? Who read that?
I just read that.
Oh, that was part 5. So you already read 2, Brianna? Did we skip one? Oh, no, that's right. I read one myself. I forgot. Okay. All right, here we go. Then part 6. He advanced to the council table. "And please, your honors," he said, "I'm able, by means of a secret charm, to draw all creatures living beneath the sun that creep or swim or fly or run after me so as you never saw. And I chiefly use my charm on creatures that do people harm, the mole and toad and newt and viper, and people call me the Pied Piper." And here they noticed round his neck a scarf of red and yellow stripe to match with his coat of the selfsame check. And at the scarf's end hung a pipe. And his fingers, they noticed, were ever straying, as if impatient to be plain. Upon his pipe as low it dangled, over his vesture so old-fangled. "Yet," said he, "poor piper as I am, in Tartary I freed the Cham. Last June from his huge swarms of gnats, I eased in Asia the Nizam of a monstrous brood of vampire bats. And as for what your brain bewilders, if I can rid your town of rats, will you give me 1,000 guilders?" 50,000 was the exclamation of the astonished mayor and corporation. Part 7. Oh, actually, that'll be for tomorrow. So now what we have here is we have the Pied Piper. He comes in and he tells them he has this special power, this ability to use his pipe to play, to be able to get rid of. And what were some of the things he got rid of? Well, he got rid of a cham. He said, I freed the cham. Well, that was the name of the person in the Tartary, which is the area of Europe and Western Asia, was it? And he says he freed the cham last June from a huge swarm of gnats. Okay, so they had all these gnats, and he freed them from then. And he also, the vampire bats was another thing that he had freed them for. He mentioned 4 things at the top there of the things that he said, things that creep or swim or fly or run. Okay, and so he says he's rid them all, or he can rid them all. And he asked him for 1,000, or he asked them for 1,000 guilders, and they said, 1,000? We'll give you 50,000. You can get rid of these rats. They were desperate because they knew that they would be out of power if they had not done them. All right, so you have 2 pages to do, 149 and 150 on that, and I think you saw that in your book. And then I will load up the rest of the videos that I have to load up, including this one. So if you need to go back and look at something, you're more than welcome to do that. But we'll do that in a little while here, as soon as I can get everything loaded up. And then you guys have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right? That it? No, that was fast. Okay. People are checking out quick. See you guys later.